Wuthering Wave. What the f? My body said a whole entire reset. Wuthering Waves is the gift that keeps on giving. Like, seriously, imagine my surprise when I wake up, the first thing I do is open Twitter to see if there's any news, and lo and behold, kind of their whole entire day one initial global release has been dropped. There was allegedly a huge mishap on the Wuthering Waves main website, and as you'll see on your screen, huge shout out to Shinya for this, by the way, probably the best content creator in the Wuthering Waves game at the moment. There's a lot of information that we can kind of go through here. Now, essentially what his post says is that there is a 5-star selector event, which is ginormous. I don't need to even tell you that. And after the live stream event, we're going to be getting 20 pools, as you can see in the graphic. Now, I'm going to break these pieces down one by one to kind of show you how insane this really is, because I don't think people actually really notice. Look, so off rip, you got your 5-day login event, which is Sanhua. And before I get into it, if you do like my content or you do want to show any support whatsoever, consider liking and subscribing, and also comment what you think about this, because Genshin could never. Honkai could. Honkai, Star Rail really could. Genshin, I don't know about that. As well as I'll be giving away 3 daily login passes. 30 days, the monthly passes, the Welkins, the supply pass equivalents of Wuthering Waves over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MaximGacha. All right, now I got that out of the way, let's break it down. So we have 7 massive things that have popped up from the screen cap, and the first one really is you get a free login reward, Sanhua, after 5 days. Now, if you are curious for how Sanhua works, in my opinion, she's one of the elite DPSs in the game, if you build the team correctly and use her right. Very charger hack heavy, and she will seriously bolster your team if you're going full free to play. I don't want to get into her kit too much, but if you do want to know more about that, I'll put a video on the screen right now and link it in the description that I made yesterday, because she's actually that good. She is her. Now, the next one is the Utterance of Marvels, which is a 20% off for Novice Convene. So this, from what it sounds like, is going to be the classic beginner banner, the newbie banner, right? So instead of spending 10 pools to get 10 characters, it's 8 pools for 10 characters. Now, do I think it's the 50 pools like it was in Honkai? Yeah, potentially. But it's probably going to have the same mechanic in which once you get the first 5-star out of it, it will go away. But nonetheless, we get cheap pools. The cheaper the pools, the better. The more pools we can do, the better our teams get. The better our teams get, the more fun the game is towards endgame. Not really much to really touch on there. The big one, the huge one, is a special broadcast. So in 2 days from now, there is a broadcast happening, and it's going to be Wuthering Waves' global release broadcast. And as you can see from the screenshot on the left-hand side, it says release, and then a U, by the looks of things, SES. I'm assuming it's reading global release bonuses, and that's where they're going to really go into the thick of it and kind of release this stuff. But hey, someone over at KURO made a mistake, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But yes, so from the look of things, you're going to be getting a code from watching the broadcast program, and it's going to have 10 default banner pools, and it's going to have 10 event banner pools. Also, not to mention the pre-register, how you get 20 permanent banner pools as well there. So off rip, the moment you load the game up and you put a code in, you have 40 pools, not including daily logins, not including doing any challenges, not including any story or any farming whatsoever. That's a lot of pools. That's a lot of pools. You can nearly get through all the novice banner there. Hey, you get lucky. You could be busting out 3 5-stars on a weapon. You know what I mean? It's just another reason why this game is so free-to-play friendly, and it's not going to be just from the jump. Mark my words, every update that we will be getting, there will be some level of free pools in there. It's just how KURO operates. It's just how KURO operates. If you've ever played PGR, or you understand, at least from what the PGR fans say, the game is ungodly levels of generous, and I can only imagine Wuthering Waves is, at the worst case scenario, similar, if not identical to. Now, the next one, the beginner convene of choice. This one is, by the sounds of things, a banner where you can choose your 5-star. This has been something that we've been talking about a lot, and it's been a lot of conjecture whether or not it is real, or if it is like heavily confirmed or heavily rumored to be true. Now we have all of that stuff out there. It is true, it is confirmed. You can choose your 5-star. If you guys would like a video on who to choose, what kind of playstyle you want, or who's really best in what scenario, let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll make that for tomorrow. Me personally, I'm gonna go for Xianlin, because she is her. She is built like that. Oh, but she's a healer. I'm running a DPS. Cut me some slack, okay? Just give me a little bit of break. Now, this one's actually really huge. Awakening Journey. Upgrade Union level to get a 5-star weapon of choice. Get to choose your weapon. You get a 5-star. Without even being that deep into the game, you can run a 5-star character of your choice and their best in slot weapon, right? Their signature weapon as a free to play. Like, I don't think anyone's really grasping how insane that really is. It's so ridiculous to even really consider that it's going to cost you $0. Oh, KURO Games, how I love you. Also, another lot of pulls. The amount is relatively unknown, but as you can see in the graphic here, level bundle, upgrade union level to get lustrous tide, which is the permanent amount of pulls, is pretty big. So we've got 40 pulls when we load the game up. If you can just level up your Trailblaze level, Adventurer rank, now called union level, if you guys weren't sure of that, you can farm. You can farm a lot of pulls out of this game, and this isn't even to mention events, right? No events mentioned. No endgame mentioned. Hundreds of pulls here. Hundreds of pulls in 1.0. Maybe not hundreds, but definitely 100 plus in 1.0. With the 3 different types of endgame contents, not to mention the actual story itself always giving you, also giving you pulling materials and summons. KURO just don't miss. They really don't. This is one of those games where you well purely because you want to support the company so they can continue making the game great, right? The affordability is a different level from most gachas that you're typically going to see, especially for the fact that it's open world. First of all, we only really have one of those in 3-pull mid-pack, right? And now it's first real competitors coming out and it's like, hey, 100 pulls on us. Take it or leave it. Look, I'm just saying now would be a great time to swap games. Look, I'm just saying. And last, but definitely not least, complete the challenges to claim Resonator Yuanwu. That is the Rumbling Hollows final event from the global release bonuses. And yeah, Yuanwu, you know, is he looks a bit like a aged Reddit mod, except the main difference is bro is pretty, right? I don't know too much about Yuanwu, so give me 2 seconds to pull him up and find out what he does. So long and the short of Yuanwu is he is a 4-star Electro user, right? His intro skill when swapped in is just Electro damage attack, and his outro skill when swapped out is Lightning Strike centered on the skill target, causing significant vibration strength damage to the hit enemies. So he sounds, to be honest, pretty standard, but you get 2 free characters in just logging in and completing challenges, not to mention playing through the story gives you more free characters. Most of the 4 stars in this game are free by just logging in and grinding the game. No gacha anywhere. I mean, hey, if you want to make an account, which is our no pull account, that's probably the best game to make it on because there's a lot of options for that challenge. And that is it for this graphic that was bestowed upon us this morning. It is very promising to know that this is the thing. It's more likely true than not. There's been several corroborations regarding this too, so if somehow, some way, someone has made something this elegant to prank us, then hey, you know, job well done. But personally, I can't see that. And if this does make you even more excited for Wuthering Waves than you were already, because it really does for me, consider liking the video and subscribing because it helps channel a lot, okay? Also, if you do want to come check us out on release day, we're going to be streaming the game all day over at twitch.tv/MaximumGacha, and it's going to be an absolute vibe. Thank you again so much for your time. This game truly is going to be a mainstay for a minimum 6 months to come. Don't listen to what anyone else says. The game is not failing. And yeah, that's really it. So I don't want to take up any more time out of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.